sun to sun. Let's rock, y'all. Rockin' the party from sun to sun. Rockin' the party from sun to sun.
Boy, do we have a treat for you. The legend, the one and only, the Michael Jordan of b-boying. My man, BBoy Kmel.
Rockin' the party from sun to sun.
Yo, bro, what up, dude? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you a little about this man. This guy came to the West Coast in 1999. All I heard about was this guy did a flip, a fast flip, and we were like, hell no, he didn't do this fast flip. That's before the internet. He came down, Los Angeles. I went in the cypher. It was you, Migas, the Florida guys. I was like, all right, these guys, first thing we do, battle y'all. The rest of the weekend, this guy smoked everybody on the West Coast, and the rest is history, bro. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Thank you for doing this. You know what I'm saying?
God be the glory, baby, all the time.
Glory to God. All right, so we're going to get into it. So let the people know. I already said this is Kmel. You know, let them know city you're repping right now. Crew, obviously, if you're from New York, but where you at now, a short bio, and how long you been dancing.
BBoy Kmel, better known as Intrigue. Bronx, New York. Born in Queens. I've been breaking for, what, 27 years? But I've been dancing for at least 38.
Wow.
30, well, no. Yeah, let me say 38. I've been dancing since I was 4.
Yeah. Nice.
And I'm 41 now.
Nice. Well, you look like you're 21, brother. B-boying is like found youth, dude. I don't know what it is. So, so let me ask you, what movie did you see first, Breaking or B-Street?
B-Street.
B-Street? And then how long after did you see Breaking?
Oh, Breaking was afterwards, because Breaking was more like, it was more of like the West Coast movie for b-boying. See, so before Breaking, it was already Wild Style and all the movies that we had over there, you know? So yeah, B-Street was definitely first.
Got it. No, you're right. Okay. And so what inspired you? What was the first time you went from like seeing it, from not knowing about breaking and hip hop culture to seeing breaking and being like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Where you got that eye-opening experience of like, this is something interesting.
Well, you know, I'm from New York, so with breaking coming out around the late 70s, I was born in 80, you know? So by the time I started knowing the dance, breaking was going out of style in New York. But the people I seen doing it was all the street performers. You know what I'm saying? So you had certain people like J-Day, Eddie Ed, Wayne, Poe, Doug, Quick Step.
Shout out Quick Step and his wife.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So it was a time in New York, there wasn't no breakers no more, but the breakers on the streets. See, but I was on the streets with the breakers, but I used to think it was too hard to do. So even when it was in front of me, I just felt like, oh, I'm a pop.
Right.
You know
Right. And I remember you said when you saw Easy Rock, that kind of blew your mind. You were like, yo, Easy Rock came to Rocksteady? And like, you were like, what? Like, you didn't believe dude was that nasty at breaking, right?
94.
Wow.
94, 95, yeah, 94 Rocksteady. I was 14. See, I already been dancing for 10 years, but Easy Rock, he was so sick and my pride was so much that I thought, how could this white man break with one hand? If he could do it with one hand, I could do it with two. And he's the person that made me really think and believe I could break.
And seeing is believing. And like, believe it or not, Flowmaster was the one that I saw in B-Boy Summit 3, obviously, Easy Rock Killer, that kind of made me think like, I was like, who taught this guy his moves? And then people were telling me he taught himself. Like, and I was like, you can teach yourself your own moves? And that was like the light that was like, oh, she can make your moves in this. That like helped me. And so Flo was kind of one of the first, and it's just the fact that when you battle them, you know, I'm sitting right there next to Flo and Wicked, seeing you guys fucking go at it. That was like the dopest battle. Like, in your opinion, what's your current opinion about dance in general and the future and the scene right now?
Since the COVID, all that stuff, I know that woke people up to knowing what's really important, like with family and, you know, and I feel sorry for everyone that actually went through it. If people, you know, it was affected, that people died from it. You know, the families that went through it, because everybody didn't just skate through that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I know that it brought the importance of being home with your family and you know, getting along with your family and having to be with them.
Right.
So
You got
now-
stuck with them.
Exactly. So now you should grow to appreciate them.
And
during
I
that
should
time.
say that better. You were blessed to be with them,
Yes.
but some people might have felt like they were stuck. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yes.
how you looked at the situation. But that's so real, you know?
Exactly. And I would say this too. I would feel like through that time, a lot of suicides, divorces, child abuse, a lot of stuff probably happened. Depression, suicide,
Right.
all that type of stuff.
And social media ain't helping because it's all an illusion. You know, and I really appreciate how much you follow God. So I appreciate you as a brother spreading that word and spreading that knowledge. I know people may not be ready for it, but you know, we got to speak. Our job is to profess, not to change opinions. You know what I'm saying? We just got to profess. So I appreciate you, now, brother. Because from what I've learned, before street shows in the West Coast, nobody really was making money. It was what you taught so many people on the West Coast, because before it was like put a hat on the ground, do a little thing or do a pop and hopefully get some money. You literally changed the game, and I've seen the formula, that formula all around the world. Technically, anytime I do street shows, and it came. I know you came from Street Scheme Team, right? Or something, but Reed's team, yeah. But speak on that, like how you saw from street shows, how they were to how you came to the West Coast and kind of innovated it to teach these guys how to make money.
Well, to answer the other question from earlier too, I like the scene now. It's just different from our scene. Our scene was more about ciphers, getting props the real way, not people really flying you out. You flying to be where you need to be. And if you were good, people wanted you to fly out so you could represent.
It's a privilege. You didn't were like, where's the money? I'm happy to go.
Exactly. So I think nowadays it's more of, it's graduated to being a sport. It's in the Olympics. It came a long way. People can make money from it. People got careers from it. That's dope. But now to answer this question of the streets, I learned from a lot of the older guys when I was younger, and I learned the right things from them. So when I came to the West Coast, with anything you learn, it's supposed to be free for anybody. That's why even I started teaching my kids. But with hitting, if I seen people on the streets that I knew they could have made more by doing different things or adding different things, of course I would have. God gave me the gift to be able to do it. So you have to have and give the blessing to everybody else.
Each one teach one.
Exactly. And this is before I was so much into the Bible. It's just God write these things in us to be kind. You don't really want to be a murderer, a killer, a stealer, a thief. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take his name in vain. You want to really live righteously, really within your heart.
Right.
And that's where it comes from. So I feel like breaking, street performing, all of that is fellowship.
Right.
All of that
church.
is
Big church for us.
Exactly.
We see here, it's like a family reunion.
Just like that. That's church. That's you know what I mean? So it's just fellowship for us, and God knew in our era, hip hop was the thing that was going to keep us focused on on that path. Of course, we get strayed away with adultery and the music we listen to and how we think hip hop. We got to curse out our mouth all the time. F this, F that. But truthfully, it comes back into a full circle of, if we want to really be the best we could be, just like how we practiced on breaking, we put that same energy towards God and practice being the best we could be. Practice make perfect. So you'll watch your mouth. You'll start being more kind to people, want to do more for people.
You care about, because I know you've been eating, like I remember you've been eating good food, whole food since I met you. Like we went to restaurants and when we were drinking, smoking, you'd be the one that be like, man, I need to get the, you're getting a vegan meal. It was healthy. We're like, wow, okay. Kmel really is like, he's not putting poison in his temple, and we're sitting there eating burgers, and so that was a big eye opener for me when we're hanging out with you. But
you know what? Jesus said that it ain't about what goes in your body, what goes out. That's why niggas smoke. Some people smoke, niggas eat, whatever. But what's really more important to me is those days of knowing, if you know me, if we ever walked in a food restaurant place, if I got money,
you got me.
All of us.
You got me.
Yeah,
you got me.
Like,
100%, bro.
That's what
every
really
time.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? That I know you as that character, bro. Like I know your heart. And I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm if you need something, I got you, you know what I'm saying? The street scene, that I can tell you brought a whole new entertainment aspect to the people that hit. If you were gonna give advice to, let's say 20 years from now, and you wanna give advice to a dancer, the year 2041, what advice would you wanna give to a certain dancer getting into the scene at this time?
Truthfully, it'll sound a little cliche, but you know, I was focused on dancing so much that I never appreciate the creator that gave it to us. You know how we always say, yo, thank God for our talent, thank God, but how do you really thank God for your talent?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Teaching people.
Yeah, teaching people, but being a certain way too, being in his likeness of being the best you can be. He said if you follow him, thousands of people will follow you.
Right.
So if you love me the way you love me, it's because I followed God then.
Right.
Even if I didn't know it.
Exactly.
I just
You
feel
were a light.
Exactly. I feel like dancers, we need to know more about following what gave us the talent, because we already got it. It's unspoken. It's already written in our hearts.
Right.
But to really appreciate it, I think dancers won't have that emptiness, because you know dancing ain't gonna make you happy with
a lot of depression and like ego in our scene, bro. You know, and we like people like us. We want to be the light. It's really good to see someone like as inspirational as yourself, following God, being a Christian, spitting the word, because it's gonna help a lot of kids out in the future. Like they say that we're sitting in the shade because someone planted a seed a long time ago, and trust me, you are that seed that's gonna, you know, give a lot of shade to a lot of people in the future, you know? And follow God, you know, obviously you want to be original, you're one of the most original dudes ever. Well, you have any shouts out, plugs on social media you want to say?
Well,
where can people find you?
I told you it's like this, man. I'm not really big on following people. Never really was. I never was a starstruck person.
Right.
I feel like the only person you should follow is who's the most famous person that didn't have money, more than Michael Jackson, more than Jay-Z. And then what did he do? Heal people, help people, told you to love your enemy, told you to forgive people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we all should follow that.
Right.
Let's follow that. Let's follow being kind to
True.
people. Let's follow being the best we can to our neighbors, and let's follow making everybody our sisters and brothers.
Right.
And treating everybody like our mothers and fathers that's older than us, and treating every kid like if it was our kid.
Right.
Let's get back to that. You know what I'm saying? And hip hop, I think it lost teaching that. Right. It got so
like ego. Like I'm doper. Let me run faster than you.
Yeah. So it got lost with teaching the love.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
All right. So K, we're gonna end it with my brother K. Hey, thank you. Yo, you have inspired me. I wouldn't be the person I am if you did not inspire me. You know what I'm saying? We brothers, and I love you, and I got your back. And like from afar, I'm watching, and just know that you inspire me. And I wouldn't be the man, the b-boy that I am if it wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of love for you, brother. That's right.
What brought us all together.
Exactly. And there's more than enough for all of us to have more than enough. You know what I'm saying? All right, I love you, brother. All right, peace. Hey, Mel. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show some video and y'all gonna know. All right.